Welcome one, welcome all to Good Morning Grenada for today, Thursday, the 17th day of October. Howdy do? Whenever I say that Mr. Bido, the late Mr. Bido comes to mind, I hope he is resting in perfect peace, man. Good morning, Karakum Pidi Martinick. The warrior. Hope you guys had a wonderful night, a restful night. I had a restful night, well sedated and everything like that. And I'm back, I'm ready to fight today again. Another day, and Roman Virgo said another day, another dollar. Well, another day, another fight. Never stop fighting until the battle is won. Yeah. So good morning to you, Yulin. Yulin is always up with us, man. Lydia Cameron, good morning. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Mildred Smith and Shem. Also to you, Zamora Plenty, good morning. Razum Batiste and family, good morning. How are you doing? Everybody good? Vonel, good morning, man. Yeah, I'm a partner from Central. Belial, good morning. Apritute, good morning. Mildred, you okay? Nutmeg Queen, howdy do? Yeah, no Nutmeg Queen grieving, eh? She can't come for Christmas. Just hearing that New York is very cold already. Wow. Veronica Sandy, good morning to you. How are you? He never fails, no matter what you do. Good morning to the folks inside of Barrett and Belle Plaine and surrounding areas. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, it's time to go to the road match now. The morning road match, yeah.
This is the day the Lord
yeah.
made. So
let's rejoice.
And be glad in it.
Sylvina Charles, good morning. Happy day to you too.
Well, if I had another chance.
Sing along, sing along, sing along.
And if this life all over, things just wouldn't be the same. But since for tomorrow, there is no guarantee. I want to say thank you, Jesus, for all you've done for me. Yes, Lord. Oh, Father, thank you for another day.
Yeah.
Oh, merciful Father. Oh, please, hear my...
As we head into the word of the day, the word of today is parsimonious. Parsimonious. P-A-R-S-I-M-O-N-I-O-U-S. Parsimonious. And it means unwilling to spend money or use resources. Yeah. You know, there are some people that they feel if they spend money, they would die, you know. Or maybe the doctor give them a prescription that says do not spend. So here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Despite his wealth, he lived a parsimonious lifestyle, preferring simple pleasures over extravagant indulgences. Simplicity. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. It's just that there are some folks that feel if they spend, to push their hand and the belated happy birthday to former Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell's mom, who celebrated yesterday, 102. Wow. That's a lot. And she still thinks, well, she looks as though she can go another 10 or 15, maybe 20.
Come from the Lord,
headed for the Guinness Book of Records, man.
I can tell the future.
Belated happy birthday to you. I know you enjoyed it. Yeah, the doc would ensure that you enjoyed, right? As we head on to the motivation tip of the day. Good morning to you, Nadisha. Ramsey,
privilege. Oh, merciful Father.
and the folks inside of Coffee and surrounding areas. It says this morning, either I will find a way or I will make one.
Oh, I want to.
I like this one.
Oh, merciful Father.
You got to think on your feet. You understand what I'm saying? There's always a way, as a matter of fact. And if there is not one, make one. Either I will find a way or I will make one. I love this. Yeah, Philip Sidney. Either I will find a way or I will make one. As a matter of fact, that's my modus operandi for the day. Either I find a way to deal with this today or I will make a way to deal with it. Yeah. 23 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Good morning to the beloved busmen of the nation. What up and the crew, good morning. Zion, Fajan, all the guys are red hot. Mr. Norbert Julian. There's a security officer sitting in the back of the bus. Tell him morning for me. He's an excellent drummer. I don't know if you knew that, Red Hot. Good morning to the folks inside of Nawassa. Jamila Lewis, Lyndon Farray, Estelle Gibbs. All of you, good morning. The entire Nawassa posse, Wendell and everybody. Yeah, Wendell tall and slim. I now get myself in trouble today, you know. Oh my God. Wow. Did I say that? We're heading to the nutrition health tip of the day. That's up next. So, yep.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
This week's focus is alcohol, which when consumed excessively has been shown to contribute towards the development of cancers. According to Cancer.net, alcohol is classified by the International Agency for Research on Cancers as a Group 1 carcinogen. A carcinogen is any substance known to cause cancer. Carcinogens are classified in groups, and in Group 1, alcohol is placed along with other carcinogens such as asbestos, radiation, and tobacco, which are among the highest risk of cancer-causing agents in the human body. Alcohol can lead to oxidative stress in cells, which can lead to cell damage, which may increase the risk of cancer. Consuming alcohol regularly doesn't guarantee that you will develop cancer. However, this does make your risk of developing cancer higher compared to not drinking or consuming little alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption is linked to several cancers, which include cancers of the head and neck, including the mouth, throat, and voice box, breast cancer, and gastrointestinal tract cancers, which include esophageal cancer, liver cancer, and colorectal cancer, melanoma or skin cancer, prostate, and pancreatic cancer. Alcohol consumption can also affect the body's ability to absorb nutrients such as folate and affects hormone production and body weight. It is advised to stay away from consuming alcohol completely, but if you wish to indulge, do so with moderation. For example, one should consume 1 to 2 servings for men and 1 serving for women of a standard alcoholic beverage such as 5 ounces of red wine and 12 ounces of beer or 1 ounce of liquor. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes, they keep the body working.
This,
20 minutes on to 7 o'clock, yeah.
so let us rejoice and be glad in it.
I warned you guys, this alcohol thing, you gotta stop, you know. There's, so many dangers in drinking alcohol, excessive alcohol. Whatever you do, do it in moderation, Don't be like the guy who was reading the book where it was showing all the dangers of, drinking and smoking, and he stopped. He said he stopped. So I said, you stop, drink, and smoke? He said, no, I stopped, read the book.
For all you done for me.
All right, saying happy birthday to Lakeisha Barry at Grandins Valley, student at Mother Rose School. She is in grade 4. Well, happy birthday to you, coming from your grandmom, Joylyn Barry, who celebrated yesterday. Joylyn, I hope you had a blast, right? Yeah, can you email me some cake? Or WhatsApp it? I'm a cake freak, right? Yeah. Good. What's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing. I'm longing to eat some cake and truth, you know. Lovey, what are we going to do about that? All right. This morning, what's happening? Well, I know some people are very, very, you know, maybe upset, disappointed, annoyed. But it says no amplified music allowed on October 19th in observance of National Heroes Day. Resignation continue in St. Lucia's hospitals. Nurses and doctors resigning. Internationally, lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs asked the judge to release the identities of his accusers.
Thank you for my day.
And in sports, soccer dominates this morning. Sab Spartans make a winning start to St. Andrew Football League 2024-2025 season.
Oh, my child.
And we also have some results from matches played in the GFA.
Play the music.
So all those are coming up in the news. Yeah. And tell you what, the news comes up next.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. I can tell the future.
Win a living room makeover with Quartz Ready Cash. One lucky winner will get a chance to win a living room makeover with any cash loan. No security required. And affordable monthly payments. It's quick, easy, and hassle-free. Visit one of our locations for more information about getting your Ready Cash loan today. This month is all about you with Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Terms and conditions apply.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
All of Grenada is invited to be a part of the National Heroes Day commemoration on Saturday, October 19th, 2024 at Progress Park in St. Andrew from 9:30 a.m. to 12 midday. National Heroes Day will be commemorated under the theme Unity in commemorating our heroes, past, present, and future. Speakers at the National Heroes Day commemoration will include the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of
This is a GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Coming up in the news, no amplified music allowed on October 19th in observance of National Heroes Day. In the region, resignations continue in St. Lucia's hospitals. Internationally, lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs asked the judge to release identities of his accusers. And in sports, Sab Spartans makes winning start to St. Andrew Football League 2024-2025 season. We've got the details to this and so much more after these messages.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. In observance of a National Heroes Day celebrations, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell announced that no amplified music will be allowed on Saturday, 19th October 2024. We have more on this.
I want to reiterate, October 19th, a National Heroes Day, is not a festival and it's not a time for festivities. This is a time for sober, serious and respectful commemoration. As a result, no permits for the playing of amplified music in public spaces will be granted.
The announcement also cancels permissions that has already been granted to event promoters.
I'm aware that some have regrettably been granted already. Unfortunately, and they are going to be cancelled. I will obviously apologize for any inconvenience caused to those who would have received those permits already. But we indicated since last year that this was going to be our position. And for the record, we intend to legislate this as well and put it into more permanent and legal form as we begin to firm up the framework around National Heroes Day.
Exemptions are granted for activities associated with the observance of the holiday. The Royal Grenada Police Force issued a release solidifying the Prime Minister's announcement and said it apologized for any inconvenience caused and appeals to the public for their fullest cooperation. In St. Andrew, 6 individuals will be honored this Saturday for their significant contributions to the communities. The awards recognize outstanding efforts in various fields, including farming, sports, and community service. According to the National Celebrations Committee, the initiative aims to celebrate the hard work and dedication of residents who have positively impacted the lives of those around them.
No national heroes that have been announced
or selected
at this point or selected
in this particular time.
In order to announce and to dedicate national heroes, a committee must be established, and a process must be gone through.
Yes.
So there must be, for instance, public consultation. There has to be legislation that has to be enacted into law. There has to be a committee established, and that committee then has to put together a criteria, right? And then, once all of those things are done, then you can move into looking at, asking for recommendations from the general public or wherever to nominate persons to be given the highest accolade that you could say of being named a national hero.
That was the voice of Jacqueline Alexis, the chairperson to the Celebrations Committee, emphasizing the importance of the awards. She noted that the individuals, while not national heroes, have gone above and beyond in their respective areas, making a real difference in their communities. Now, in response to recent discussions about the selection of nominees for the National Heroes Award, Alexis clarified that no committee has yet been formed for this process. She further stated that the recipients for the National Heroes Award will be chosen by the Governor General.
And I believe a lot of that is also linked to what comes from the King.
Yes.
There is a committee which is enacted into law, and that committee is responsible for those honours. So, for instance, GT gets an MBE or a CBE or something like that. That comes from the King. It comes from England. That comes through the Governor General. Those awards are given through the Governor General, and she has an awards committee that is responsible for that. So that's something separate.
Additionally, Alexis addressed the misconceptions surrounding the $50 commemorative banknote.
I know that there's also some misconception out there that because the $50 note has it depicts Morris Bishop and Geary and also Kirani, there's an assumption that means that these persons have been made heroes. That is not the case. The $50 note was purely in remembrance of the last 50 years of independence. So it had nothing to do with naming national heroes. It's a keepsake.
There continue to be resignation.
As Grenada prepares to commemorate the 41st anniversary of the tragic events of October 19th, the community reflects on the importance of resilience and unity during this significant time in history. The anniversary serves as a reminder that the past, while encouraging the community to come together in remembrance and support. And finally, Carriacou, a small island in the Grenadines, has officially launched its first underwater sculpture park. The park, named A World Adrift, was unveiled during a ceremony attended by local officials and tourism representatives. The concept for the park originated during the Grenada Tourism Authority consultation in July 2023, when Tevin Andrews, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, proposed the idea for the 13 square mile island. Speaking at the launch, Andrews emphasized the economic potential of the new attraction. He said, "We must continually find ways to boost the local economy." And he described the park as an added attraction. Andrews also called on the local business community to enhance the customer service, regardless of their involvement in the hospitality sector. That concluded the first segment of the news. Stay with us. The regional roundup, international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they are straight ahead. It's 5 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabot with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Kenya's President William Ruto has agreed to deploy an additional 600 police officers to Haiti by next month to help address the ongoing security challenges, including attacks on civilians by armed criminal gangs. The agreement came during a just-ended visit to Kenya by Haiti's Prime Minister Gary Conille, who called for the additional men to support the 400 Kenyan officers already on the ground.
I am pleased to announce that an additional 600 Kenyan police officers are completing their pre-deployment training and will be ready for duty next month. Kenya and Haiti therefore stand united in calling on the international community to urgently rally behind this mission. And the operation word here is urgently.
Prime Minister Kanil also visited the United Arab Emirates UAE, where he secured supplies of military equipment for the Haitian police and armed forces, including drones, armored vehicles, and automatic weapons. He says other countries are also coming forward with support, but the pace of delivery has to increase.
We're seeing new engagements. The EU, for example, has doubled its commitment. We're seeing new partners come in and make new commitments. We're talking to Brazil as well, Mexico as well. As was stated, Salvador has recently recommitted. But you're right. We would like to see a quicker response. We would like to see more commitment, and we're going to continue to push for it.
Guyana's President Irfan Ali says his government will not give in to opposition demands for huge cash transfers. Dr. Ali earlier this month announced an estimated $1,000 per household one-off payout. However, sections of the opposition are demanding $1,000 for every adult Guyanese. But the Guyanese leader told the opening of Guyana's Suriname International Business Conference that his administration will not buckle, even if it means reducing his party's chances of losing the next general elections.
There'll be voices that will push you to do things that is popular at the moment. But you have to be able to evaluate from a policy perspective and to make the decisions that would not necessarily easily guarantee you an next term, but would guarantee the country a next 50, 60, 70 years. For us, it's easy. Everybody say give $10 million per household, just give it. And you're secured for a next term. But how is the country secured? How is the future secured? So there will be the populist sentiments out there that you must guard against. And don't succumb to it, especially when you're in an electioneering environment, when you're months or a year away from an election.
In the wake of concerns about the unfair distribution of the U.S. $1,000 one-off cash grant to each Guyanese household, the president yesterday announced a change. He says due to concerns about personal conflict and youths not being eligible because they are not heads of households, government has now changed the formula. Now each Guyanese adult will be entitled to U.S. $500 per person once they present an ID card or passport.
In the interest of fairness, openness, in the interest of ensuring the widest possible benefit is given to the Guyanese population, we believe that this is the best course of action.
Former Finance Minister Winston Jordan had first made that suggestion to end the controversy over what is a household and who would be eligible.
Former President of Trinidad and Tobago, retired Justice Anthony Carmona, says violent criminal gang activity across the Caribbean is linked to poor governance. He says youths do not have good role models who give leadership and hope.
In the Caribbean, we seem sometimes to have an obsession with mediocrity. We put mediocre performers, we appoint mediocre persons, put them in exceptional positions, and expect exceptional performance. Because one of the reasons why, for example, you find our young people deviant, we need inspired leadership. We need a leadership that in fact gives you a sense of hope, that builds the inner man. And these things are not taking place.
Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is calling for easing of the growing tensions between mainland China and Taiwan following this week's major military drills by China around Taiwan, which it claims as a renegade province.
We have enough open conflict in the world already, more than enough. And I tell you this, a conflagration across the Taiwan Straits would make what's happening in Ukraine child's play. And I just want to send this message to the People's Republic of China. I know of the challenges, I know of the disputes, I know of the tension, but this matter has to be talked through. What we want is peace.
And before we go, we want to wish the people of Haiti happy Dessalines Day today as they celebrate the life of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who led Haitians out of slavery and became the first ruler of an independent Haiti. This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
As we look further afield, we hear that lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs has asked a New York judge on Tuesday to force prosecutors to disclose the names of his accusers in his sex trafficking case. The lawyers wrote in a letter to a Manhattan federal court judge that the hip-hop music maker needs to know the identities of his alleged victims so he can prepare adequately for a trial. Last week, a May 5th trial date was set for Combs. He has pleaded not guilty. A spokesperson for prosecutors declined any comment. Combs, who is now 54, remains incarcerated without bail after his September 16th federal sex trafficking arrest. His lawyers have asked a federal appeals court to let him be freed to home detention so he can more easily meet with lawyers and prepare for trial. So far, judges have concluded he is a danger to the community and cannot be freed. That concludes the original roundup and international news. Stay with us, the sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Sab, good morning, Sab. Yeah, Sab Spartans FC were off to a winning start in the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union St. Andrew Football League for the 2024-2025 season. They got the better of Ethiopian Stars FC 3-1. It was in fact the Spartans who opened the scoring in the 16th minute when K. Paisadi found the back of the net. Keyshawn Fletcher produced the equalizer in the 32nd minute to take the game into halftime evenly balanced. The game seemed poised for a draw up until the 84th minute when Darren Ned netted the go-ahead goal for Spartans. He was back in business on the cusp of full-time, completing his brace on the evening, ensuring a well-deserved 3-1 victory for Sab Spartans. And still with football, but moving to the GFA first and second divisions, here are the results of some matches played. St. David FC 8, Class Herb Roots 1, Honved 2, Royal Grenada Police Force 1, Carnage 1, Christian Strikers 1. Looking ahead to the weekend, starting in the Premier League, defending champions Paradise comes up against Hard Rock at Progress Park, while Sab, fresh off their win in the SAFL, will entertain the visiting St. John's Sports at Victoria Park. Two matches are scheduled in the GFA on the 17th League. Paradise FC International on the 17th is set to play Eagle Super Strikers on the 17th, while SAFL on the 17th will clash with St. John's Sports. That's the sports. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next.
Win a living room makeover with Quartz Ready Cash. One lucky winner will get a chance to win a living room makeover with any cash loan. No security required. And affordable monthly payments. It's quick, easy, and hassle-free. Visit one of our locations for more information about getting your Ready Cash loan today. This month is all about you with Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Terms and conditions apply.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, Jonathan Price. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday the 17th of October, 2024, as recorded at the Mons Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair with showers in the vicinity. The winds are calm. Barometric pressure is 1012.5 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 28.3 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 82%. Yesterday's maximum was 32 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 27.4 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 0.3 millimeters of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month so far to 54.9 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, with an increasing cloud cover during the day, with light to moderate showers. Today's maximum will be 32 degrees Celsius, with winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas will be slight to moderate, with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Low tide will be at 9 a.m. and high tide at 3 p.m. Sunset will be at 5:47 and sunrise at 5:57. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, with an increasing cloud cover during the day with light to moderate showers. From the forecast desk at the Mars Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great week.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. You have a great day yourself. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Get money where you are, almost anywhere you are, send money over with Western Union.
This is Woo. This is Woo. Is Western Union. Send to your friends and your family. With Western Union, we're moving money. No matter where you are, you will never fall.
Get money where you are, almost anywhere you are, send money over.
Move it for better.
Western Union, moving money for better.
Seven minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. No amplified music allowed on October 19th in observance of National Heroes Day. Resignations continue in St. Lucia's hospitals. Internationally, lawyers for Diddy Combs asked the judge to release the identities of his accusers. And in sports, Sab Spartans makes winning start to St. Andrews Football League 2024-2025 season. That has been the morning's edition of news for today, Thursday, October 17th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
May I have your attention, please? This is a message from IMCOT, an initiative under Caritas Grenada. We are geared on improving community resilience together. Let's prepare for the hurricane season.
First thing first, let us talk about the basic emergency supplies that you may need during a disaster preparation. You don't need to buy expensive gears. Just focus on the essentials. Here are a few items that you may need. Water. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person daily for at least 3 days and store them in clean, food-graded containers. Purchase non-perishable foods like canned food, dry pasta, peanut butter, etc. Ensure to have enough food supply for at least 3 days. First aid kit. Ensure that your first aid kit has bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and any prescribed medication. Flashlights and batteries. Power outages are common during a disaster, so reliable light is essential. Manual can opener. You don't want to be stuck with canned food during a disaster with no way to open it.
Everyone should have a whistle and a powered battery radio. The whistle is to signal if you're in trouble, and the radio is to keep us connected if cell services go down.
Remember, you can build this kit over time. Just start with the basics and add as you go on.
Improving community resilience together.
This is a message from IMCOT.
All of Grenada is invited to be a part of the National Heroes Day commemoration on Saturday, October 19th, 2024 at Progress Park in St. Andrew from 9:30 a.m. to 12 midday. National Heroes Day will be commemorated under the theme Unity in commemorating our heroes, past, present, and future. Speakers at the National Heroes Day commemoration will include the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada, and the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. An exciting and entertaining cultural package will form part of the celebrations. Organize your groups now and let's make this a most memorable event in recognition of the sacrifices and achievements of our national heroes. Free transportation will be provided. National Heroes Day Commemoration 2024, Saturday, October 19th, Progress Park in St. Andrew.
Grenada, you're invited to join the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources in celebrating World Food Day 2024. This year's theme will focus on Right to Foods for a better life and a better future. Activities include panel discussion October 16th at the National Stadium from 10 a.m. Then, turn out in your numbers as we call on community groups, agro-processors, farmers, schools, and householders. Yes, one and all. Join us at the Victoria Park in Grenville on October 18th for the grandest annual agricultural exhibition, Right to Foods for a better life and a better future. The 2024 World Food Day celebrations, enhancing Grenada's food security.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning and welcome to the conversation for today. It's 14 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's going to be a busy one. I have with me in the studio at this time an early childhood education officer or supervisor attached to the Ministry of Education. She was a teacher in the classroom before, but she's moved up the ranks, and she's now doing an excellent job with the early childhood education department. I'm speaking of Miss Claire Adams. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thanks.
I can see that.
Nervous, but
you can't be nervous around me. That is a no. There's nothing like nervous around me. Okay, so how many years you've been in the teaching profession?
Well, I taught for about 7 years, thereabout.
But you look at 32. How did that happen?
Really?
how did that happen?
Well, they say teaching makes people, young. Yes.
It keeps you active and alive.
Yes.
Keeps the brain always tantalizing.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, and you enjoy teaching?
Yes. Yeah. I'm passionate about teaching, about seeing young children thrive.
Good,
yes.
Good. Could you remember one of your favorite students?
To be quite honest, I've never had any favorite student.
All your students were always your love-ups?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Good. So you're now attached to the ministry in the early childhood education department.
Yes.
And October has always been recognized as Child Month.
Yes.
Although I find in recent times I find it get kind of watered down. In my days, as when I was actively in the classroom teaching, Child Month was a big thing. But I don't know why, but you don't find so?
Not really, because at the school that I taught, we always promote, Child Month activities, always engage in, activities that bring forth this awareness, of the importance of the child and the issues that face, today's children.
Okay. All right. So for this year, what are the plans from the ministry's angle? What are some of the things that the ministry is doing as it relates to Child Month?
Well, we are engaged in a lot of activities. We will be carrying out this celebration. Well, we have started already under the theme, I am your child, I am your priority. And as I'm here, this is one of the activities that we are doing, creating this awareness, about different issues that the child face. So I'm just one of the many persons that will be highlighting these issues. I'm here to speak on nutrition and the importance to school success. But, coming up on the 24th, we'll be having a fair, a child health and wellness fair at Progress Park in St. Andrews. So that's another activity that we'll be having, and we are encouraging the schools to do their own thing. And there is usually the match.
The match, yeah.
Yes.
Children used to look forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So within the schools, they have started doing the activities that draws the attention to the child and, create that awareness, as to the importance of the early childhood years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm glad that you're here to speak primarily on the nutrition, the importance of nutrition, because I have been in recent times trying to sensitize the nation on the importance of growing our own healthy food to eat here. And as a matter of fact, I was even happier when I understand that next year there will be a National Farmers Day, so that we are actually celebrating our farmers. Because I really want us as a people to get to understand that there's nothing better than what we grow here locally. And I wish we could consume only local stuff, but we know that is not the case. We can't. We have to import certain things. But I want us to start maximizing the consumption of what we produce here. But how significant is it as it relates to nutrition for children and their learning?
Okay, so I begin with stating that as an early childhood education officer, our focus is mainly on the early years. And the early years, is the period in a child's life between birth and 8 years. And the early years matters. All the experiences that, the child encounters would lay a foundation for future outcomes in, learning, behavior, and health. Okay, so that is the period where you find the rapid proliferation of brain cells. Okay, so we want parents and other stakeholders out there to know that the early years matters, and the experiences that they provide for the children is critical to the life's trajectories.
Okay.
So nutrition, there are a number of things that influence those outcomes. Genetics is one, what you inherit, but another key one, or I would say the most important one, is nutrition. Proper nutrition, healthy eating, where you eat the right foods based on your body size that would provide you with the nutrients that you need, okay, to thrive.
Yes.
And 0 to 8, as I said, the brain is developing rapidly. Yeah. Those brain cells and they need the proper nutrients. They need the iron and the iodine so that they can grow, the brain can grow and function well. It's like building a house. Right? When to build a house, you have to lay a proper foundation. And if the foundation is strong, then it will be able to withstand, hold all the other structures that come after. And, to be able to withstand everything. If the foundation is weak, well, we know.
It's like building the house on sand and on rocky grounds.
Right.
The opposite.
Right. So it's important that parents lay the right foundation, from birth, even before birth, with healthy eating.
Okay.
Yes.
And from the ministry's perspective, are there any measures taken to sort of sensitize parents, especially in the preschools and so forth, that you supervise, maybe the primary school, because it's up to 8? Do you have any mechanisms in place that would help sensitize the parents as to what sort of foods they should be giving their children, the proportions and so forth?
Yes. It's not just the Ministry of Education, but I think, I shouldn't say I think, there has been collaborations between the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council over the years to promote healthy eating in the schools and, in the home as well, through the school feeding program, through, curricula, the revision of the curriculum, health and family life education. I know there is a Food and Nutrition Council. Policy, I want to say. There's a food and nutrition policy, yes, that the different stakeholders, Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, Food and Nutrition Council, they came together and they created that policy that speaks to how children should eat. The schools are aware, the school feeding program, the workers were trained, as to preparing healthy, balanced meals and so on. And in the daycare centers and the preschool, over the years, maybe since 2015, they have been promoting healthy eating. I know at one point in the government preschools, the parents could not bring any junk snack. I think that is being enforced still, but it's becoming a great challenge every day.
The junk?
Yes, it's becoming a great challenge. So
in that case, maybe it has to be made policy that you can bring a snack, but it has to be a fruit or something like that.
Yes, in some schools they reinforce it. But what they are finding, the teachers in charge, principal, is that the parents, the challenge is really the parents. So there are schools who, they don't give up, they're resilient, and they insist that the child do not come to school with the junk food. And there are those that, they give up.
Yeah.
Right?
The approach is, well, is your child do what you want?
Well, they're still talking, but I don't think they have reached that stage where they say it's your child, do what you want.
Well, maybe not in the words, but the action. Well, if I'm telling you to not give the child junk,
some of them would take it, and put it in the bag and maybe give the child something else to eat. But the parents, I think, parents are generally aware of the importance of nutrition, to learning. But there are a lot of factors that limits their ability or the capacity to...
Financial?
Yes, and one of it, the economic situation, the finances. A lot of it has to do with the attitude and beliefs about traditional versus modern food. Some of it, has to do with, lifestyle. A lot of parents are working outside.
Not only that, but a lot of the parents themselves who is young, they eat.
Yes.
When you look at what they purchase in the supermarkets,
Yes, and parents are our children's first nurturers and role models. So it's very important that they model the correct behavior. Right. Okay, and healthy eating is one way in which they can model healthy behavior, because there's a saying that children live what they learn or learn what they live.
But you're also what you are what you eat. Yeah, you are what you eat.
Yes. So it's important that the parents, model the right eating habits for the children because they are looking at them.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So from the ministry's standpoint, for this month of celebrations, are there activities designed specifically going through the schools and re-emphasizing, meeting with parents and so forth, and emphasizing the importance of healthy eating?
Well, not directly. Well, this is one of it.
Yes.
But what we do is encourage the schools to, to create these activities. So some of them, they have talks. They invite people to come to the PTA meetings, and they would speak to the children as well. So we leave most of that for the schools to handle.
Okay. All
yes.
Right. Okay.
Because it's very important, and a lot of children are going to school not having a proper breakfast, and when you look in the lunch kit, the amount of junk that you see, it's alarming, because according to the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council and other national and even international researchers, there's a growing concern about the eating habits of children and the health, the nutritional health. Because these research show that diabetes, these non-communicable diseases, and childhood obesity, they are on the increase.
They're on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And our children are the future, and if we have to have productive citizens, it starts with the children. And there's a saying also that a nation's health is a nation's wealth. Yeah. So it starts with the children in the early years, those formative years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So parents, guardians, it's important that you take note of that. It's so very important to be mindful of the nutrition that you give your children, and especially in the early years, in the formative years, 0 to 8 years. It's important. That's the time, the period in their life when their brain is rapidly developing. Mm-hmm. So it's important that the things that you feed your children are in line with that will foster that brain cells development.
Yes, and if I must add, I know it's easier to just pick up the biscuit, those energy-dense food, the conkles and the potato chips and so on. It's easier and it's cheaper, but in the long run, it would cost you more in doctor bills and hospital bills and so on, because the junk food, what they have is a lot of starch and a lot of sugar and salt.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have a lot of additives in them that create, stomach problem, learning difficulties, and even behavioral problems. Sometimes the children become very hyper with the sweets and the sugar, and they cannot sit still in the classroom, and it makes learning difficult. It makes teaching more challenging for the teachers. So it's very important that parents, make the child the priority, and take the time and pop the corn, make the carrot sandwich, carrot and cheese. They need the iron, they need the protein, they need the vitamins and the minerals, and they would not get it in the conkles and the sweet biscuits, and so they would get it in the natural foods, the fruits and the vegetables and the dairy products, eggs and cheese and milk. Yeah. That's where they would get the food at this early stage to ensure that the brain develop well, so that they can perform all the tasks that they need to perform, that they can behave well. So we want to encourage parents to avoid putting the junk snack in the children's lunch kit or giving them money. That's a new trend. Yeah. Yes, even the kindergartens, they would give them money, and over the years, it's really alarming. They would give the children the money. It shows a lack of care. I know that they love their children, but
there are sometimes when you have to choose for your children.
Yes, they give them the money.
Buy what you want.
Yes, and because the nutrition policies are not really enforced, you have vendors, and even within the school, selling a lot of junk snack. Children will eat whatever you give them, right? Yeah. So when you give them the money, even though you tell them, make sure you buy a milk snow ice or a sandwich, those pretty things that are well packaged, they go for them, and these are the things that are not healthy for them.
Those culprits,
Yes,
those
yes.
pretty colored culprits.
Yes, but God created the natural colors in the natural foods.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Look for them.
Yes, look for them.
Yeah,
the carrot and so on. Yes, the mango.
Bananas. Yeah.
Yes,
Children are interested in ripe bananas anymore.
You see, again, I will reiterate, is what they are given. Okay? They are children.
Yeah.
So whatever is presented to them, that's what they will consume.
All right. Okay, well, Miss Adams, anything else you want to add?
Well, maybe some tips that I can give to the parents.
Please.
Yes, to help you. And one of them is always ensure that you prepare a good balanced meal for your child, a meal that includes the fruits and the vegetables. And even though the children do not like to eat certain foods and the natural foods, children don't like peas and beans, they don't like to see these things in the food, you have to be creative, because you have to be aware that they need these nutrients for the brains to develop well and for them to sit in school and participate well rather than give trouble. Okay, that is how they would learn. So once you're aware of that and you make the child your priority, you will go all out to ensure that they eat the healthy food. So you play little games with it. I remember my children when, if they didn't like carrot, I used to mash it and pretend that it's a plane, and I'm saying the plane is coming to land, open your mouth, Right, so
okay.
Yes, you have to be creative because you are aware that they need the nutrients, right? And you can pair this food with foods that they like. So if you know they like milk, you can make a milk drink with carrot. You can make carrot and milk drink, or they like sandwiches. They like cheese. You can grate the carrot in the cheese. So you want to give the child a right start each day, and in the early years by providing them with a balanced meal. Right, and avoid the junk snack in the containers. Do not give your children money. The young children as well, they're not mature enough to make those correct choices. And also I want to encourage parents. I know that the healthy foods are more expensive, but as I said before, later on, so will be the doctor bills. You'll have to spend more money, to fix what you didn't take care of in the foundation years. So I want to encourage you to grow your own foods, right? Go back to the backyard gardening, and if you don't have time, you can just grow some little thing in a flower pot. In those barrels that coming out from overseas that we throw by the road, cut them and grow the healthy and the natural foods in them. Okay?
All right.
So.
Well, Miss Adams, thank you very much for, sharing with us this morning. And I do wish that, who need to hear what has to...
Yes, I hope so, because it's better to take the measures now. What the old people say, an ounce of prevention...
Better than a pound of cure.
A pound of cure, right. So.
Yes. That was wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, we collaborate with the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council every morning. We play a health tip.
Yes.
And we try to do our best to, keep the nation educated and sensitized as to, good health practices, eating and so forth. So we'll do our part.
Yes, we all have our part to play.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, but parents have the most important role to play, and we want them to know that.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much, and I do wish you all the best for the month and always going forward.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure being here and getting to meet you face to face. I listen to you every morning, so it's a pleasure meeting you face to face.
People like you sometimes make me feel like a celebrity.
Yes, well, maybe you are.
It's always a pleasure. That's my hobby.
Yes.
All right. So all the best, and we look forward to future engagements whenever the time is requisite. You let us know, and we'll accommodate anything that would push the healthy stuff. We will do it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Folks, I've been speaking with Miss Claire Adams, an early childhood educator, and we'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Tourism is me, tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
All of Grenada is invited to be a part of the National Heroes Day commemoration on Saturday, October 19th, 2024 at Progress Park in St. Andrew from 9:30 a.m. to 12 midday. National Heroes Day will be commemorated under the theme Unity in commemorating our heroes, past, present, and future. Speakers at the National Heroes Day commemoration will include the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada, and the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. An exciting and entertaining cultural package will form part of the celebrations. Organize your groups now and let's make this a most memorable event in recognition of the sacrifices and achievements of our national heroes. Free transportation will be provided. National Heroes Day Commemoration 2024, Saturday, October 19th, Progress Park in St. Andrew. As we get ready to give thanks, the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Kuso, and 7 times Soca and 10 times Road March King. Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $16 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Gual, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clear Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
It's almost that magical time of year, and everyone's pitching in to make it unforgettable. This holiday season, even the little ones are rolling up their sleeves. With every brushstroke, every splash of color, we're crafting memories that will shine for a lifetime. Make this Christmas even more festive with Berger. Enjoy up to 40% off selected items and enter for a chance to win big, up to $1,000. To enter, purchase any Berger product nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Christmas just looks better with Berger.
All of Grenada.
Welcome back to the conversation. It's 19 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. And as I told you earlier, it's a relatively busy morning here. I am now joined by two beautiful young ladies again. As you might be aware, the month of October is usually designated as Breast Cancer Month. And they're here primarily to talk on breast cancer. To my immediate right is a Grenadian student pursuing a career in nursing at the SU.
Yes.
And your name is?
I'm Dominique Campbell.
Campbell.
Yes.
And to my extreme right is a student from the U.S. Enrolled in the medicine department. I presume she's going to be a doctor sooner or later. And your name is?
Louisa Flag.
Okay, I want you to come a little closer to my mic. Lovely. Good. Okay, so Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October. Tell us from the go, what are some of the main things? I ask a question before I get to this. Let me just tell you. I asked them a question as they entered the studio. Can a man have breast cancer? And the answer was an emphatic yes. All right. Now, what do we as a people need to know about breast cancer?
I think the biggest thing for women predominantly to know is that early screening helps save lives. I think a lot of people don't realize they have breast cancer because they're not doing routine and early screening. And by the time it's caught, it can almost be too late. And so the biggest thing is the early screening and early prevention.
And at what time, I was just talking to an early childhood educator a while ago. I don't know if you were privy to seeing the interview while you were sitting. And she was saying that for Child Month, which is also in the month of October, the emphasis is on nutrition for early development of the brain and so forth, which is from 0 to 8 years. Now, at what age should ladies especially start screening and checking themselves for,
The standard they say around is 40 years old, but we're noticing that it really should start earlier, that we're seeing breast cancer in earlier populations.
Under 40?
Under 40.
Wow. Okay.
So, I think 30 years old, in your 20s, there's no harm in screening and checking. You can do at-home self-exams. SGU puts on twice a term, so 4 times a year, we put on free breast clinics for everyone to come to get checked by students and then faculty as well. And we have a clinic in 2 weeks, October 26th.
Yes, at the Methodist School in St. Andrews.
Oh, St. Andrews Methodist School, right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, someone goes and gets screened, right? And they realize that the doctor comes back to them with an unpleasant face after reading the results and says, you are diagnosed with cancer. Is that a death sentence?
It's not a death sentence, no. Because when the doctor comes to you, he will tell you, okay, this is how we'll go about it. These are the treatments, Yeah.
So, but as you said previously, what is important is the early detection.
Yes, the early detection.
Because we know that the cancer has stages, stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. So, at what stage it becomes really, really critical? Stage 1 could be treated.
I think it depends on the type of cancer, truly. With breast cancer, it's different genetics, so it depends which genes. So it could be the type of cancer that you have, but generally stage 4 is considered terminal. So ideally, if we can catch it early, so with these screenings that we do, then if people come, we teach them as well self-exam. So we do an exam, then we teach you a self-exam that you can do routinely on yourself once a month. If you find something, then you go to your doctor, and ideally you can catch it in a stage 1, which is very treatable.
Okay. It is said that we are all born with cancer cells. However, certain things trigger them up, and these things, we call them carcinogens, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the main carcinogens that trigger up cancer, especially for the breast?
Smoking.
Alcohol consumption.
Yes, cigarettes and alcohol.
That's scary.
Yes.
That is scary because we as a people in Grenada, we drink a lot, we smoke a lot.
Everything in moderation.
I mean,
Yes.
I noticed the look on your face, but that's facts.
It
It's
is,
facts.
yes.
You know, we drink a lot, we smoke a lot. It's something that came through, slavery and so forth. The tobacco and everything like that. So we're seeing what we've observed in recent times too. It used to be drinking and smoking was sort of a man's thing. But now we're finding young ladies drinking as much as men, smoking as much as men. So we have a problem on our hands. What can you advise us?
Well, again, as she said, early preventative measures, so self-examinations, and when you find something abnormal, you go to your doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And having said that, how important is it for you being diagnosed with cancer, whether it's the breast or wherever, but we're concentrating on breast, to share that information with family members and so forth? Is that an important thing to do?
I would say so, because it's support. Your family's your support system. And then also, cancer has a genetic component. So if you're having cancer, your sister, your cousin, your mother might have had cancer, it could help you kind of be aware of it for earlier generations or other people in your family, as well as just having a support system to talk to.
So, all right. So folks out there, you understand that it is important that if you are diagnosed with cancer, you don't keep it as a secret. I noticed that Grenadians, should I say Grenadians? I don't know why we have this thing of keeping our illnesses secret. You get to understand that you have a certain complaint and don't tell people that, I mean, I could see from the medical field, the doctors and nurses, the confidentiality, but you as the person being diagnosed, by speaking with someone else, you might just find a solution, because they might have gone through it and they might say, okay, well, this is what I did, and so forth. So what are some of the messages you'd like to get out to women? Well, yeah, women, but men too, because you see men could have breast cancer too, but what are some of the messages you'd like to get across?
One thing we just wanted to talk about was the 5K that we are hosting to raise funds this Saturday, October 19th at SGU. It starts at SGU campus and will end at the Container Park. And all the funds raised by us through this event will go to, portions will go to the Grenada Cancer Society. And then
we keep a portion. The portion we keep this to help women pay for mammograms. So with the breast clinic we do, which is the 26th, the Saturday, any abnormal findings, anything, we use this money to help women pay to get these mammograms done.
Okay, and that's the club that you have at SU?
Yes, the Women in Medicine.
Wow.
So I guess we would just like to let women know about the breast cancer. The screenings we do 4 times a year, they're free. We try to spread them out around, like going to different parishes so we can help as many women as possible to come to the screenings. They're completely free. We teach you how to do self-exams. Then if they do end up finding something, they have contact information from us from these clinics to get help to pay for resources if they need additional screening, like mammograms, and then additional treatment.
Okay, so you have this 5K coming up on Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday.
And where does it start? Where does it end?
We start at SGU on campus. We start at 4:30 and we start an early check-in at 3:30 and then we finish at Container Park. So, yes. Okay. And then we have prizes. Okay. So, to encourage people to come out, we have prizes for the top 3 females and males. These prizes are vouchers to go to IJ. So we have first place 500, second place 300, and third place 200. As well as we do raffles. To enter the raffle is just 5 EC, and we have a variety of different prizes you can win.
Now, I'd really like to take the opportunity and commend the student body of SU. Well, I don't know how much the administrative team is involved with, but you all put on quite a number of activities that are geared to sort of assisting the population in various ways. Ever so often I see you all on the hash and so forth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've hashed.
Yes. Yeah. So I see you all do these things, and I know it's all about what you just said, putting something in the kitty to come back and help, the folks. SGU is really making its mark in Grenada?
I think as an international student, not a local here, for me, it's kind of a way to pay respect. I'm spending 2 years of my life here. It's not a big
2 years.
2 years. I'm here for 2 years. My first 2 years of medical school are here, and so for me, it's kind of a way to pay respect and thank you to being allowed to come here and study medicine.
I have spoken with a member of the veterinary team who, like you, was from overseas, came here and worked. He was a lecturer here and came back and lived here. You think he'll come back and live here?
We'll see. I have to get through medical school first.
Okay. All right. So, well, I do hope that you get a good turnout to the 5K on Saturday. And I would also like you to furnish us with any information as it relates to activities that you are having, that we can, share it with our audience.
Yes.
And we hope that you get the response that you're looking for come Saturday. And going on. Yeah, so you're going to be running, right?
I will be preparing.
We have one other person that helped us organize, and she'll be running. She's won it the past 2 years, so she's pretty quick. So we are hopeful that if we can be organized enough that she can run and try to go for a third win. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll give you both the 30 seconds to send out a message to the folks out there as to something about breast cancer.
Okay. I just want to say that early screening helps save lives, and that we hope that women will come out and try to come to any of our free breast clinics so they can learn about how to screen themselves at home and can do regular check-ins, and that way we can help get early detection on board for them and keep women living as long as we can.
Yes, and in order to do this, we encourage everyone to come out, support, come run, take part in the raffles, and just, help us give back to the community. This is all for our Grenadian community to help everyone.
I think like moms, sisters, grandmas, we all know someone impacted by breast cancer.
Okay.
So
thank you very much, and all the best come Saturday.
Thank you so much.
I would just like to leave one thing. We're going to spice up the fight for the cure. Yes.
But you can't come here with your t-shirt and not bring one for the host. That's remiss. I'll get myself a t-shirt.
We'll get one for you.
And don't be surprised if I win the race on Saturday.
Okay.
Don't be surprised, okay? Folks, I've been speaking with members from the SGU Breast Cancer
Women in Medicine.
Women in Medicine. And they're just sensitizing us as to breast cancer. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and inviting you to that 5K event this Saturday. Go on out and be a part. Remember, the proceeds, part of it is held so that it can be reinvested in support services for you. Be a part of it. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
May I have your attention, please? This is a message from IMCORT, an initiative under Caritas Grenada. We are geared on improving community resilience together. Let's prepare for the hurricane season.
First thing first, let us talk about the basic emergency supplies that you may need during a disaster preparation. You don't need to buy expensive gear. Just focus on the essentials. Here are a few items that you may need. Water. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person daily for at least 3 days, and store them in clean, food-graded containers. Purchase non-perishable foods like canned food, dry pasta, peanut butter, etc. Ensure to have enough food supply for at least 3 days. First aid kit. Ensure that your first aid kit has bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and any prescribed medication. Flashlights and batteries. Power outages are common during a disaster, so reliable light is essential. Manual can opener. You don't want to be stuck with canned food during a disaster with no way to open it.
Everyone should have a whistle and a powered battery radio. The whistle is to signal if you're in trouble, and the radio is to keep us connected if cell services go down.
Remember, you can build this kit over time. Just start with the basics and add as you go on.
Improving community resilience together.
This is a message from IMCOTS.
All of Grenada is invited to be a part of the National Heroes Day commemoration on Saturday, October 19th, 2024 at Progress Park in St. Andrew from 9:30 a.m. to 12 midday. National Heroes Day will be commemorated under the theme Unity in commemorating our heroes, past, present, and future. Speakers at the National Heroes Day commemoration will include the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada, and the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. An exciting and entertaining cultural package will form part of the celebrations. Organize your groups now and let's make this a most memorable event in recognition of the sacrifices and achievements of our national heroes. Free transportation will be provided. National Heroes Day Commemoration 2024, Saturday, October 19th, Progress Park in St. Andrew.
Grenada, you're invited to join the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources in celebrating World Food Day 2024. This year's theme will focus on Right to Foods for a better life and a better future. Activities include panel discussion October 16th at the National Stadium from 10 a.m. Then, turn out in your numbers as we call on community groups, agro-processors, farmers, schools, and householders. Yes, one and all. Join us at the Victoria Park in Grenville on October 18th for the grandest annual agricultural exhibition, Right to Foods for a better life and a better future. The 2024 World Food Day celebrations, enhancing Grenada's food security.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicle insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all.
All right, ladies and gents, this is where we do the wrap this morning. I was Mr. Larry Barry, the PR for, is it the PR? For the National Democratic Congress. He was supposed to be on the Zoom platform, so I was going to go on to 8:30 this morning, but unfortunately he did not log on. So this is where we end the program for today. Those of you who participated one way or the other, listened, or just shared via the Facebook or WhatsApp platform, thank you very much. Before I go, I want to say a very special happy birthday to Othniel St. Clair. It's your birthday today, bro. Enjoy it in fine style. And all those of you who are celebrating today, have a happy day. God bless you. Bye-bye.